I love both of these bags and I wouldn't recommend them to you if I didn't stand by them wholeheartedly. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Kat and I am a flight attendant for a major US airline. I asked y'all in a previous video if you would like for me to compare two of my absolute favorite carry-on bags. So this is my Minky Blue bag and this is my Nomad Lane bag. And so many of y'all are like, yes, please compare these bags because y'all know I love both of these bags. I have worked with both of these companies before in doing sponsored videos, and this video is not sponsored. But if you want to see all of the nooks and the crannies of each of these bags, definitely go check both of those videos out. I will have them linked down below. I will also have links for both of the bags in case you are wanting to purchase one. I do have a coupon code currently for the Nomad Lane bag. I don't currently have one for my Minky Blue bag, but maybe in the future I might, but at the moment I do not. But these are both my favorite travel bags. But before we jump into that, I need y'all to check one thing for me. Are you subscribed to this channel? Are you? I post a ton of flight attendant and amazing travel content. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, I'm gonna give you a quick moment to do that. Okay, did you do it? Good. Now just a quick disclaimer before we get into the bags themselves. I was actually just reached out by the CEO of Minky Blue, Cheryl. She is absolutely fabulous. And I don't know if she saw my last video or if we just have this connection, but she messaged me and let me know that they were actually supposed to go into production and they had some new changes coming to this bag because she did listen to the reviews of her customers and did want to go ahead and make some changes that they suggested, which is amazing. And thank you as a CEO for doing something like that. I know Nomad Lane has done that also in the past. But for this bag, she's supposed to be starting production soon. Obviously, COVID-19 slowed things down, as with almost everything. And she did say that the new bags are supposed to be released in the summer, and I am supposed to be teaming up with her. So I will be so excited to share all of the changes to this bag. But obviously, I told y'all I was going to review the bags as is. So that's what we're going to do today. But if you are interested in this bag, know that some big changes are coming really soon that I think y'all are going to really enjoy. But I don't want to spoil exactly what it is yet because I want y'all to be able to see that big release of the bag. Okay, now that that's said, let's dive in. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be looking at both bags is actually just the appearance of the outside. So for me, when I look at my Minky Blue bag, it has a very unique design. I absolutely love the padding. It's so well made. I need y'all to know I have used and abused both of these bags. I don't vlog every single flight attendant trip that I go on. So trust me when I've said I have like put these through the ringer, and still they look such high quality. This is vegan leather, but the overall design is much more feminine in my opinion. I think it has this very, very sleek feminine look to it. And then when I take a look at my Nomad Lane bag, this one has a much more co-ed feel to me. It's very masculine, also kind of feminine. It's just a more standard shape that I don't think it falls masculine or feminine. I just think it falls like somewhere in the middle. So it's great for both ends. I know their slogan is from boarding to boardroom. So I think if you really do need to go from like boarding a plane into like a boardroom, I think this has such a sleek design that you can actually do that. I think they nailed that. Whereas my Minky Blue bag, I could definitely use this as a travel bag and then throw it over and be like the fashionista on the street. For me, I kind of have that girly feel to it. I kind of like that touch of femininity, especially when I'm in my flight attendant uniform. So for me on the job, I definitely prefer the outer design of this bag. But this one is definitely gonna be great if you want that co-ed kind of feel where it fits for men, women, and everybody in between, you know what I mean? But now let's go ahead and move on to the straps. So for my Minky Blue bag, as you can see, they do have the tall straps. They are very well made. Now, I'll be honest, I don't a lot of times use this as a shoulder bag. I generally have it on the trolley sleeve in the back on my suitcase. Now, of course, occasionally I do have to lift it up by the straps, but the straps have hung in well. They appear to be very well made. I've had a lot of bags where the straps kind of come undone and they frail or there's cracking, and I haven't experienced any of that whatsoever. So the straps do appear to be high quality, but if I'm bringing my cooler bag as a flight attendant, my cooler bag will sit on my J-hook on my bag. So when I'm bringing that bag, this is great because I can just use the trolley sleeve on the back. But if I am not bringing that cooler bag, in order to balance out the weight and balance of my suitcase, it is much better to go ahead and put the bag onto a J-hook, because then that makes the suitcase feel very even and very, very lightweight. Whereas if you don't have anything on the J-hook and you just put this on the trolley sleeve on top of the suitcase itself with nothing to balance it, it makes it very heavy and it can really strain your arm to pull it. So I do slightly wish that there was like a smaller strap option in this, but I also understand this is not necessarily made for people like me who are using J-hooks all the time. So like I get that. I understand why that's not there, because as far as appearance goes, the longer straps are so pretty on this bag. Whereas with my Nomad Lane bag, so this one actually does have a large strap that goes across and it has padding on top. I took it off because I don't generally use it, but that is an option. So if you want the longer strap, you have that option. Whereas with this bag, it also does have these smaller straps. So this is a great bag to use the trolley sleeve if you want it, or you can go ahead and use the straps on the J-hook and it balances the bag much better. So for the strap option, I really do like the dual straps, so you can kind of pick and choose what you want to use. Okay, so now that we've talked about the straps, I think it's important to go ahead and go into the trolley sleeves since I've mentioned it. So both bags have trolley sleeves on the back, which I love. I think it's so travel friendly. Like nowadays, you're not a travel bag to me if you do not have a trolley sleeve. Now, obviously you can see the difference between, this has a very, very sleek, thinner trolley sleeve, whereas this one is much thicker and has a pocket in the back. So this is great if you want to put your like boarding ticket in there, or if you want to put your passport or something. Obviously, I recommend moving your passport into the inside of the bag after you've gone through security. But just as a quick option while you're going through security, I think that is such a great design feature. Now, I will say, like, this trolley sleeve is much thicker. I think this one has a prettier design, and obviously it's thinner because it has this pocket opening to it. But because this one's thicker, I think it holds onto the suitcase a little bit better. I haven't really had any issues with using this. It might slide like the teeniest of bits, but not really. So all in all, I'm really happy with both trolley sleeves. I do like the design. I do like the function of this one. So that's really impressive to me on both ends of the bag. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to the hardware, which are the zippers. So for my Nomad Lane bag, this actually has the bronze hardware. So I love this color. I think it's very muted, very toned down, very professional. I love the zippers. They're very, very easy to just kind of go back and forth. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that they actually have changed their zippers in the past. So in the past bags, they were different zippers than they are now. And I love the zippers. I love the color of the hardware. I think that they work really, really well. On my Minky Blue bag, you can tell that these have a bit more of a touch of gold to them, where these are like bronze and these are more of like that yellow gold. I think it's a really nice complement to the design of the bag. Generally, I probably would like a more muted zipper, but I think they fit really, really well with just how the bag looks. So I don't mind the yellow gold. I think it works really well. Now, I have had a slight issue with the zippers. When I first got the bag, I didn't have any issues. I thought they worked great. I mean, I love this little segment right here that you can hold to just move the zippers. And as you can see, it seems to work really, really well. But my problem is not actually with this initial zipper on the top. It's kind of with the zipper on the back. So actually, I was on a trip and I told y'all, I was like, I thought I broke the bag because this zipper, like, it wasn't zipping, and you see how it kind of snags right here. So this back zipper is not as function forward as this one is up here. So it can kind of snag a little bit as you're trying to move it. The other thing I have noticed is when the bag is actually packed, sometimes these can start to separate, or if they're like both over here, one will start, see, even right now I'm having like a little bit of issue with this one. So sometimes they'll start to separate and my stuff will kind of peekaboo out the side. I've never had anything fall out at all, but I'll just get like a nice hello from something that's chilling in my bag, you know what I mean? So I wish that these like stayed closed a bit more. I don't know if there's any way to do that, but I do kind of wish that this was a different hardware feature on the bag. That I don't struggle with the top one at all, but this one I'm kind of like, nah, it could be a little bit better. So that's my input to that. And yeah, I did think that I broke the zipper because it wasn't zipping on one side. It was like literally open on both ends of the zipper, but somehow it magically fixed itself. So yeah, this bag probably has some superpowers in it, you know? Okay, so now that we've gone over the zippers, let's go ahead and look at the actual structure of the bag. So when you're looking at my Nomad Lane bag, you're gonna see it really just holds its structure together. Like even when you pack this baby full, which you can pack this baby full, there's a lot of room in this. It really just keeps its overall structure. I mean, unless the front pocket you're really expanding out there, this is the design, it stays like that. If I set it down, it stays like that. So I really like the structure of this bag. Whereas with my Minky Blue bag, even just like sitting here, you can see it already. This side where it has the padding really stays up straight. I think it does a really good job of doing that. Whereas if I pack the bottom of this bag, it'll keep its structure like this. It completely stays upright if that bottom section is packed right. If not, it does have a tendency to do exactly what I'm showing you. So sometimes it can slightly kind of slip when it's on that trolley sleeve, when it starts doing like this, even with the laptop case in there. But if the bag is packed properly and fully, I don't have any issues with that. So structure-wise, I wish this had just like a little bit more padding or structure in the back to kind of hold its shape a bit better, like this one does. Now, as far as actual conditions of the bag, I would say I have I would say I have used this bag more so far than I have used this bag. I've had this bag longer and it looks like brand new. It really looks like I just got the bag. Like the way that she has made this bag where it doesn't seem like it's falling apart. And I mean, the zipper fixed itself in that sense. So just the fact that like none of the threading is coming out, there's not really scratches on the bag. It really looks like I just got the bag. And that's amazing to me, because like I feel like sometimes I'll get carry-on bags, I'll use them one time and then like, what happened to this bag? And this is just so well made. It's really, really well made. And same to this bag. Like I haven't used it as much, but I have put it through the ringer and it still looks just like I got it from day one. It really still looks so good. There's not any snagging on the threading. There's not really scratching or anything. I have a little bit of dirt on it that'll come right off. That's my fault. But yeah, I mean, both bags are just made fantastic. So kudos to both of you on that, because that's something that I don't think a lot of companies are able to actually accomplish. I really don't, because truth be told, like I even have like a designer bag that was made to be used in flight, and even that bag is kind of, it's falling apart here and there, some threading's coming out, it's lost its little magical touch. Whereas like both of these bags have just kept it together. So I think that's really, really great. Okay, so now that we've kind of gone over like the structure in the outside of the bags, let's go ahead and bring it on to the inside and talk about some of the very unique storage compartments that I love and adore on both bags. So for both bags, I do have to commend them. Both of them did come with shoe bags. This one came with a shoe bag that matches the interior of the bag. So it has this really pretty cobalt blue, and it is a bigger bag. So you could actually keep like a whole outfit or a couple pairs of shoes in here, not even just one. This bag came with 2 shoe bags, and in each shoe bag, you've seen them in a lot of my other videos, because sometimes I'll even use them when I'm not using the bag. They each can fit up to like 2 pairs of shoes, as long as they're foldable, like flats. If you're bringing like tennis shoes or something, it's probably like 1 pair of tennis shoes per bag. But anything like smushable, like flats or something, I can generally get 2 pairs in the bag. So this one definitely has a larger bag, whereas this one has 2 of the smaller bags. But I do love that both of these come with shoe bag options, because for me as a flight attendant, I wear my airport shoes or like my concourse shoes, which are my heels, and then when I get onto the plane, I change into my in-flight shoes, which are my flats. So I like being able to have them both easily accessible to grab and go and change my shoes in and out as soon as I get onto the plane. So that way I can just move right into my responsibilities. So for both bags, 2 thumbs up, absolutely love that. The next storage feature that I love is actually on my Minky Blue bag. So my Nomad Lane bag does not have this feature. It is unique to this bag, and that is actually a cooler bag. So this is a small cooler. I would say you could fit 2 to 3 meals in here, really. Like realistically, I think that's a good amount, plus the ice pack and stuff. So if you are doing like a day trip or maybe just a 2-day trip and you can fit enough meals in here, or sometimes like I pack meals and eat some meals out, so I think that's a great feature of this. Or for even just your everyday like working mama or working person who just wants like a meal to take with them to work, this is such a cool design of the bag. Now that's what the zipper in the back does, is it gives you you a secondary option to get it out of here. So on the inside of the bag itself, let's open her on up. You're gonna see like this flap that has zippers on both sides, and you can either completely undo that if you just wanna use full use of the bag, or you can zip it on up to separate that bottom compartment from the top. So if I wanna load this bad boy up with a bunch of my stuff, but then I want to get that cooler compartment out, instead of going from the inside of the bag, which you could do and making a mess of my stuff, you can just unzip it from here and take that cooler bag out. Which also, if you're not using the cooler bag, then you can go ahead and keep your shoes in that compartment. So it's very much a dual storage compartment, and that is so unique to this bag, and I absolutely love that. They just nailed some of the stuff to really make this like a flight attendant friendly bag. So big compliments to that, because like this is definitely like thumbs up to flight crew, because then I don't have to take an entire cooler bag if I don't want to. Now, like I mentioned, if I don't take that cooler bag, this is gonna make that handle heavy to pull, but I don't have to take it. So if I wanna lighten my load, I can do that by just using this instead of the full cooler bag itself. Now, one of the features that I like on my Nomad Lane bag that I'm kind of surprised this bag doesn't have is actually like a personalized pen compartment. So it is specific to pens. So as a flight attendant, right here, you can see it has like 3 spaces to put pens. As a flight attendant, we go through a lot of pens, especially if you have customs forms to fill out, or you're filling out credit card forms, or even if you're working in the galleys and you have meals and you want to write on the foil with the Sharpie. I like to carry Sharpies, especially on international flights. So this pen compartment right in the front makes that super, super easy. Whereas I was kind of surprised. I was kind of surprised that this does not have a pen pocket itself. It does have like a little pocket back here that I guess you could use to put your pens, but it's not necessarily what I use it for. But I mean, that is an option, but I do like that this actually was made to have pens specifically in there. Now, another thing about this bag that's really, really cool is it also has the 2 zippers right here and right here. And so when you open it up, one of these is going to be able to hold your toiletries. It did come with this clear plastic bag, which you can go back and see. It's packed, so I didn't throw it back in here. Which you can go back and see that like it has this clear bag so you can put your toiletries in. So if you're going through security, that makes it so easy because you just take that bag out and you're good to go. And on this side, it comes with a travel case, which even if I'm not carrying this bag, I adore that travel case. I put all my chargers in there. I love it. So then that keeps your tech and your charger stuff very, very handy, and then your toiletries over here. So this is a very functional bag for that use. So that's something unique to this bag that I absolutely love. Now let's move on to like some of the accessories, or what I consider accessories to the bag. So with my Minky Blue bag, not only did it come with a shoe bag and that cooler compartment, but it also is able to come with a travel umbrella. I love this. It's a nice umbrella, and obviously it matches very, very well again with that cobalt blue inside. I think it's such a pretty umbrella. Now I will say this is a big umbrella. I do have a travel friendly umbrella that is black that's probably about half the size. So if you're worried about how much space it's going to take up, then you can definitely find a smaller umbrella. But I mean, flight attendants carry umbrellas on pretty much all of their trips. It's very, very necessary for us because you never know when that rain's going to hit. So if you want, I mean, it's compact. So if you want a nice travel friendly umbrella, and it is a little bit bigger, so you're going to have more protection in it, great umbrella, and that did come with the bundle, so that's very nice. The other thing that I love about this bag is it also came with a small purse, and I actually like to take this purse. And so for the purse, it has like straps on both sides, and then I like to consider this like my layover bag. So when I take like my big Papa bag, and this goes with me, and it's filled with all my flight attendant goodies, but then I'm on a layover and I don't want to like haul this around by the strap and carry it everywhere, I just whip this bad boy out, go ahead and, you know, take my phone and throw my phone in there, and maybe like my camera, or like it has a pocket in here, so if you need to throw your feminine items in there, you can definitely do that and carry like your small necessities in there. And I think that that's very, very nice. I thought that was a nice compliment to the bag that's actually very functional for me. Now, as far as my Nomad Lane bag goes, one of the accessories to this bag that I actually like is actually the charger function. So this bag has the ability to be charged. It has the cord right here, so you can plug it into your favorite portable charger, plug it in, and just tuck it into this pocket right here, so it's simply out of the way. And then over here, right here, you can actually plug in your charging cord there and then plug it into your phone. So if I was sitting at the airport and I can't seem to find charging ports, which does happen, or let's say I got on the plane and I didn't charge my phone because I've been using it and there was no charging ports on there, then I have the function of being able to use this. My one critique in the charging port is I wish it came with the charger itself already on there. I don't really kind of like the fact that I have to bring my own because I tend to forget things. It's my aesthetic, it's what I do. And I have forgotten that charger a million times. So I do wish that there actually came with the bag and like maybe a way to charge the bag so the charger wasn't coming and going as you please, you know what I mean? But that's just my critique with the charger. I do like the ability to charge through the bag. I just wish the charger actually came with the bag and then was able to plug in the bag and charge it. Okay, so next we're actually gonna compare the laptop cases. So great feature of both bags. Super, super, super necessity to me because obviously as a vlogger, I'm constantly on my laptop. I'm constantly like trying to reply to people, checking emails. I'm a businesswoman on top of that, so I have to run a company. It's not possible for me to travel without my laptop. It's just not. So when it comes to the actual laptop compartments, they are both padded. So this has that really pretty lining with the laptop charger spot right in here, and it's wide. So with this one, I can fit my laptop. I can also fit my laptop with the case on it for that extra padding and extra protection. That is something that this bag has over this one, is that I can actually keep it in its case, put the whole case in here, because then if I'm on the layover and I want to, like, I don't know, walk down the street, go to Starbucks and get on my laptop, now I have to carry it without the case unless I take the entire bag if I'm taking this bag. Whereas this one, because it's bigger, I can just take the whole case out, walk with my laptop. The other thing is because this pocket is so big, not only can I stick my laptop in there, but I can also sneak the chargers next to it, especially because it does have the casing, the extra casing that I provide. I can put it next to it and I'm not worried about it busting. So then all my laptop stuff is together. So when you look at the laptop feature of this bag, you can see that it does have the laptop compartment. Now it is tighter, it is smaller, it does not fit with the carry case. Like I said, the laptop basically has to be bare to go in there. It's padded on both sides, so you don't have to worry about it breaking, but I just like having that extra security layer of having the cover, the casing on it. So yeah, you can't fit that in here, so that's like, oh, that sucks. But I understand, and I mean, they did make it padded, so that's nice. It also has a pocket right here, so you can actually put your charging stuff in here, which I do. I put the charger in here, the laptop in here, so it all stays organized together. Whereas this, I have to put them in the same pocket. So I definitely use both to travel with my laptop. The next comparison between the two bags is going to be the water bottle compartment, or the water bottle holder. So when you take a look at the Minky Blue bag, it does have two side compartments here and here to go ahead and put a water bottle or put something that you want on the side. I love that. Obviously it has to have a secure lid though, because like I said, if you can't really put this on the J-hook and it has to stay on the trolley sleeve, and you bend that bag like this and then your drink's gonna come spilling out the side. So it does need to have like a secure lid on it when you use these pockets. But I like that they're very grabbable, and even if you don't want to use like water in there or something, you can put other things. So sometimes I'll sneak like my flight attendant tablet in there, making it really easy grab and go. So I do like that as well. But then when you look at this bag, so this bag has a water compartment, which actually took me a while to realize that. Okay, here we go. So it has like this stretchy strap right there. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see that, but it stretches and you can go ahead and put a water bottle in there, which is nice, or some kind of water. I mean, the strap is a little bit small, so you have to be like more choosy about what's actually going to go in there. But my thing is it kind of sucks, because if you have like, let's say a water bottle that's condensating, it's going to condensate inside your bag. So instead of having it on the outside, it's unfortunately on the inside. So I personally kind of prefer something like this to store my water, so it's easily on the outside, easy grab and go, not condensing itself on the inside of the bag. So that's my personal preference in it. I just wish it was on the outside and a little bit more functional. The other thing about my Nomad Lane bag in comparison to my Minky Blue bag is when the Minky Blue bag is full, it looks like this. Whereas for this bag, it's a little bit wider than how this one is when it's actually packed. So I have noticed they both fit underneath the seat very well. On all planes I've tried, they both fit tremendously well. But I've noticed when I'm going down the aisles, especially on the 737, where those aisles are a little bit smaller, the chairs are a little bit bigger, that it does sometimes like knock its way on through. Whether it's on the top of the bag with the trolley sleeve or the J-hook, I'll hit chairs with it. So I have noticed sometimes, because of the width of the bag, and they're just shrinking those planes down, because y'all can see it's not really that wide. I mean, it's like a normal size. I'm petite, so you can really see it's not that wide, but I'll hit it along the chairs as I'm going down the plane. Sometimes I wish it was like just a wee bit inward and taller, but that's not necessarily the bag's fault in that, but they do both fit under the seat tremendously well. So if you're wanting to use either of these bags as a personal item, they can both be used as a personal item or as a carry-on, completely up to you. So the next thing about both bags that I love is they both have a key compartment. Now, funny enough, if y'all are familiar with Allie, who shows up every now and again on my channel, Allie says she doesn't really use this, and she's wrong, because it is fantastic. I use it every single time on both bags, absolutely love it. And that is the key holder. So this one has it right on the side, so you can snap it on, or if you don't like it like Allie doesn't, you can completely unsnap and get rid of it. But again, she's wrong. This is great. You just hook your keys onto the side and throw them in there. That way, when I've had a long trip, long day, I'm coming home, I'm getting to my car, and I need to find the keys, I don't want to be digging around, because trust me, like, I pack heavy. I'm the queen of overpacking. So I don't want to be searching all day for my keys. So I do love that I can attach the keys in there, and then I just kind of fish for it. I look at the side, I see it, and I kind of just do like this and reel it on in. With my Nomad Lane bag, it also has a key function right in the front. So when you open it on up, right over here, you can see theirs has this key function as well. I attach my keys, and then it has this pocket right here. And unless you're just like a janitor with like a million keys or keychains or whatever you're doing, those keys fit very nicely into the pocket, so they're discreet, they're out of the way, they're not scratching anything up, which I absolutely love on both bags. Now, as far as the actual design of the bag and kind of how they designed the inside, I will say this is much more traditional with my Minky Blue. Obviously, it's very much like a purse, you know what I mean? Unless you're using like that middle compartment to separate the bottom from the top, that's very unique. And of course, like I said, you don't have to use it. You can just take this, completely unzip it on both sides like it is here with the Velcro, and just push it on down and shove it to the bottom of the bag, and don't have to worry about it. And then it's very much just like a normal purse. So it does have that function going for it. Whereas with this one has a very unique, like I've never seen something like this. It has a very unique design to it, where it actually completely unfolds like a suitcase. You take this middle zipper, there is a storage compartment on this side, and then again, like it has your toiletries and your tech stuff, but right in the middle, you can unzip this and it completely folds down like a suitcase. So it has mesh foldings and stuff. So if you want to get to this pocket right here, if you want to unzip from the laptop, you can get to that compartment as well. So if you're laying the bag flat and you don't want to unzip that, you can unzip it completely from here and open it on up. You do like that, there you're at that back section, you see. So if this was under my seat and then I'm like, oh my god, I forgot something, and I don't want to like be digging around the bag or trying to unzip it and file open it, you know what I mean, like some of those bags can be, you just go ahead, grab the bag up, put it on your lap, unfold it, and find what you need, and you're not bothering anybody but yourself, because that bag fits perfectly like this. Or if you want to go ahead and file cabinet, open it from wherever, which way you want to do that, you can do that as well, and just like leaving it down by your feet and doing that. So it gives you some great options. So I think that design is so unique to this bag, because again, I've never seen it before. If you have already purchased one of these bags, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know like what your take is on it. I absolutely love and adore both these bags. They're really well made. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.